This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, so we're going to start with Brian McKnight. He dropped a kind of crazy monologue against his wife after winning $8.8 million. Pretty much $9 million, okay, against his ex-wife for slander. Okay, now, there's been a lot of stuff in the news where he left his family for a new family. He doesn't really acknowledge his kids. That's the only thing I've really had a problem with. I know that ex-wives and ex-husbands, they're going to have friction, okay? That's just, it's a given, okay? They're not going to get along. They're exes for a reason. But, the kids should never be involved. But sometimes the kids are poisoned by one of the parents, okay? That happens sometimes too. It's best just to stay out of this, but this has been very public, and it's been in the blogs, right? So he took it to court to defend himself, and he won $8.8 million. So then he gloats, which I wouldn't have done, but he did. He gloats on social media.
It's been a long journey getting to this day, October 16th, 2025. But we are here in the English countryside, about an hour and a half outside of London, and the verdict is in. We've been quiet, listening to liars continue to lie and keeping to ourselves, living and loving our life, as we said, leaving everything in God's hands and letting our lawyer do the talking. But according to the courts, trying to ruin my name and trying to bring harm to my family in a book filled with lies equals $8.8 million.
She wrote a book.
And this is just the beginning, because anyone and everyone that helped promote.
She wrote a book. Well, that's not good. So he's going to.
These lies, we'll hear from my lawyer in the day.
So all the publishers and everything are going to get lawyer notices too. Ugh. Nasty work. The downside of marriage. All right, so then we got Drake making all the wrong moves, man. When you lost the battle. I like Drake. I would prefer to listen to Drake over Kendrick. That's just me. Do I respect what Kendrick does? Absolutely. But would I prefer to listen to Drake over Kendrick? Yes. I have my favorite Kendrick songs though too. But, it's like, dude, you lost. You were. We could talk about this till we're blue in the face. I don't even got to say it again. You're just unprepared, and you lost. But to still put up T-shirts and stuff saying, oh, it's cool to hate on Drake. It doesn't make you deep, and all this stuff. It's like, bro, let it go, bro. Make the music and let that part go because it's going to get old. It already is old. Been old. Move on, bro. And this is hating Drake doesn't make you deep. Put that up, but then he also showed some Barbie watch. See that watch he has on? It's worth $1 million. I mean, bro, flexing. We know you can afford things. I mean, that's not gonna make anyone buy your album. Got to put out good music. So Wack 100 of him and Little Woody going back and forth about because Little Woody's saying he's a federal informant, blah blah blah. Little Woody actually took the stand, but that's another story. Then Wack 100 keeps this energy against Pooh Shiesty, which there's no paperwork being produced, and we'll talk about another situation after this where paperwork isn't produced, but. Wack 100 says his network of spies, lawyers, and PIs allegedly found proof that Pooh Shiesty gave up information in the case. Now, Pooh Shiesty's lawyer came out and refuted these allegations, right? And his lawyer is very powerful. So Pooh Shiesty, so Ghost Low says Pooh Shiesty cooperation with law enforcement exposed part 2. Attorney Bradford Cohen exposes more of Pooh Shiesty cooperation attempting to defend him. Should have done more research before defending a long tail, bro. People love to do this, exposing people of rats with no paperwork. This just happened with Bimmy. Bimmy's a notorious member of Supreme Team. A Supreme documentary just dropped. Bimmy says, please go support the doc. I'm happy I can help get your money, my guy. Free the real. Oh, one more thing. Show the work. Wack 100 gets in the comments here. Says, Bimmy, about time you responded. You can't be no man's punching bag. I have the work. I don't see you in there. I think he's going off of who he knew was there. But I'm wondering why it took 40 years to say this. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I know Bimmy. Bimmy's a good guy, man. It doesn't mean, like, he's not guilty of anything. But 40 years. Bro, why did it take so... Like, if Bimmy was a rat all this time, why didn't you say it a long time ago? Why did you let Bimmy thrive out here in the music business, Why didn't you expose him when he was, running around at Def Jam or with Waka? Because he's related to Deb Antony. They're their brother and sister. And Waka's his nephew, So it's like, why didn't you expose this a long time ago? The Supreme Truth. That documentary's out. Go watch it. But Bimmy is being accused of being a 40-year informant. They never put it out. It doesn't make sense to me. That's why I can't take a hard stance on Bimmy's this. I don't have no hate in my heart for Bimmy, but they do, obviously, Bimmy never did nothing to me. He's been nothing but cool, but I never did any business with Bimmy. We talked once in a while. There was a mutual respect there. You've seen Bimmy on certain... He put out some movie with Big U and a bunch of other people just 2 years ago about the streets and backing hip-hop and stuff. State Farm Arena canceled NBA YoungBoy's second show in Atlanta. They canceled it. They didn't say why. They just made a decision to cancel it, and they're refunding everybody. I think it's just getting too wild. I saw a YoungBoy fan beat up some white security guard dude at the show. I think it just gets too crazy, to be honest. I think he gets everybody hyped up, and they're just worried. The arena itself is worried about legal problems, So Drake shows off ultra rare Barbie Rolex Daytona. Okay, great. All right, cool. Nicki Minaj talking about Barbies. She's back on Rock Nation's tail. Now, again, this is something I would avoid. Rock Nation's too big to fail at this point, right? She's any time Rock Nation in the news for something, they don't want you to know a few things will happen. Will Smith will appear. A famous person is announced dead. Their allies begin to post and say nasty things about the Queen. Laces will pop up looking dumb. Then one of their roaches will crawl out and discuss who their favorite artist is. There's another man that will pop out, but I won't say his name. In the school of recognizing patterns, the students must not be given all the answers, but instead they must sharpen their critical thinking skills and free their mind of all the clutter. Only then will they find out, but they need not search. They need only to be still. There's no race, only peace. And she says, I have evidence that was given to a business manager who never told me. My lawyers and business managers, old and new, are aware. Let's see if they'll speak up. The same business manager stole from me many times. Then he was accused of killing a woman. We've read that before. They don't want me to put out music. Me winning makes them feel like they lost. They're right. However, it didn't have to be this way. Lots of people part ways in business. They know how successful my next album is going to be. They tried to sign Wayne, Drake, me, so they keep wanting to take or stop my money simply because narcissists believe that you work hard for belongs to them. Okay. For what you work hard for belongs to them. Fuming because they can't siphon any more energy, money, blessings, love, grace, joy, peace, the culture. And then she says, Dear U.S. Weekly on page 6, you're screwed. Well, it's another, I don't know. It's like, this is a nasty business. So anything's on the table with anybody, to be honest with you. The entertainment business period is nasty. You would be surprised the things that happen. It's crazy. Anyways. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I will check you guys in the next one. Peace.